So I wasn't going to talk about this. I mean, I got a little bit vocal and there was some shade thrown, I'm not going to lie. But for the most part, before this, I've stayed pretty quiet about a lot of things. Because, frankly, it shouldn't really concern me. I left on my own volition. That was my decision. I chose to leave SourceFed. And so everything that happened after that shouldn't affect me. But it does. And I'm going to talk about why. I kind of put a lot into SourceFedNERD. When I was there, I was able to step up as channel manager, and it's my goal to hit 1 million. And then we did it. And I think that that's why I want to say something about this. Because even though I'd left, even though I wasn't directly impacted when the shitty news came about that it was being bought yet again and SourceFed was cancelled, like that for me was a little bit hard. But I'd already made the decision to move on. So that was bad, but didn't impact me. But it impacted a lot of my friends and a lot of my co-workers and people that I spent a lot of my life being with and around and getting to know. So I know that that was not so great. But the thing that got me, the thing where I was like, you know what, was really when I saw this. The video, the ticker, the subscribers, literally losing, I think, over 35,000 subscribers and counting. And it ticked past 1 million again. And when I joined SourceFedNERD in May of 2015, I think the channel had around 670,000 subscribers. I could be wrong. I remember I wrote it down. And then on my last day, it was a live stream and we hit 1 million. We got 7,000 subscribers in one day, which is unheard of. And that's how I left things. It was on such a high. So to see everything that we'd worked towards and everything that had gone on once I'd left, Whitney, Fimo, Sam, all together, every one of the subscribers that they had gained was lost in under 24 hours. And that sucks. So I want to chat about a few things. I know why you're unsubscribing. I get it. It's not your channel anymore. It's not SourceFedNERD anymore. That's what you signed up for. That's no longer what it is. So I completely understand why the massive unsub has been happening. And even though I completely am on your side and I understand why unsubbing is something that you would want to do, it just sucks because this is something that we have spent so long creating. It's like, we was knitting a sweater together and then we're watching it just literally unthread. We had put so much time and effort into it. Guys, I don't think you understand. You weren't really privy to the behind the scenes things. To give you an idea of what I became at my time at SourceFed, when I was a host, it was one thing, but I wanted so much more for the channel. I wanted it to be the best it could be. I would show up to these meetings with ideas. I had a tenacity that was intimidating. And I demanded a lot from the nerd team to the point where it actually put quite a lot of stress on friendships. Because, I'd come in, there was an established group, everyone had their own way of doing things, and I kind of came in and shook it up a little bit, and I wanted more. I wanted everyone to step their game up. I wanted everyone to bring their A game and be the best. And I constantly have the understanding that we can always be better. No matter what you're doing, you can improve. You can learn more. You can do more. And I had that mentality. And, I was there freaking designing the table talk set with a designer on a budget. We would all come in and paint the walls. Like I was there on my weekends, painting this set. Jeremy's dad came in and built the whole shelving design. Like we all gave our blood, sweat and tears towards this. And I think that's why for me, it's like, it's not all for nothing, but it's also just such a shame that this is where we're at right now. It's interesting to see how the audience is reacting. And this is what I kind of want to ask Group 9. How did you not foresee this happening? Why did you think by slapping a new label on it, everyone would be fine? I've learned a lot in this day and age, and that is that people do follow the talent. People are invested in another person, their personality, their insight, their opinions. So when you take that away and still provide the same kind of content, it's not the same at all. There is loyalty, there is respect. And when you have an audience that's built up from the ground, from the scratch, started from the bottom, now we're here kind of deal. When you have that audience, you need to respect them. And that's what SourceFed had always done a really good job of. We had a great community. We always kind of had a bit of a transparency going on with decisions that we were making. We had a mutual respect for one another. And I think the biggest backlash that you're facing here is disrespect. It's taking the quick route, not the hardworking route, not the long route. And I think that's why the audience is getting the hell out of there. It's like, you didn't earn this. You didn't work for this. You have bought your audience and you're just assuming everything's going to be fine. That's not how it works. People respect hard work. People respect the loyalty and the endeavor in itself. And the second big thing, Meg touched on this in her video, and she hit the nail on the head, is that you let go of a lot of people. You basically went, SourceFedNERD isn't happening anymore. And so basically, like, all of the people associated with SourceFedNERD are no longer there. If you wanted to go in a completely different direction, say hire specialists or like doctors in their field and really skew the kind of content that the team couldn't actually do because they didn't have the skill set, that would make a little bit more sense for us all. But you cancelled a show and then kind of put a brand new, very same, if not the same show up with new hosts, a new crew, new everything. So it's same but different. And that's disrespectful again, because it's like saying they weren't good enough, so we're going to replace them. But they were good enough, and they are good enough. And I don't want to slam and disrespect the people doing their job, because that's exactly what they're doing, their job. They didn't go in and decide to hijack a channel. They're just doing what they're told. And so please, no vitriol, don't bully these people. They're just trying their best here. But you can also see the difference here. And I don't mean to throw so much shade as I have been, but like the hosts of SourceFedNERD, they had chemistry. They had been doing this for a while. They really found their groove. They had passion. They had personality. They were driving what they loved through their words. And I feel like that's lacking a little bit. If you really wanted NowThis to work, you would have kept the hosts, because what that would have done is shown that the hosts are on board with the new concept and that you are investing in continuing this relationship with the hosts that are established, loved, and received very well, and that are good at their jobs. So that's the tough one. What do we do now, though? It's very interesting to see how smart and clever the audience is. See, you can't fool them. You can pull the wool over their eyes, but they cannot be fooled. One of the funny things that they have done is gone and pretty much owned every single variant of NowThis Nerd. So it's just not available in any capacity. They've taken pretty much every single way you can do NowThis Nerd. Nerd now, this now, that nerd. It's all taken. And they're all in protest for what's happened. The audience feels disrespected. The audience feels upset. The audience feels like you have taken something that they've loved and you've just stomped all over it. A few people are commenting, and it kind of makes a lot of sense to me, so I'll read them out. You had Negate_memory say, NowThis Nerd is like being asked if Pepsi is okay when you ask for a Coke. Moderator, hey bud, put up a really cool meme of a baby and someone trying to get the baby to eat. So they're putting the treat in front of its mouth, and then as soon as they open the mouth, they put in the bad food. I mean, it's that. You're getting a product you didn't want. So what should they have done? They should have started from scratch. Every other channel has to do it. A great example is Funhouse. They were originally Inside Gaming, and they got moved over to another network. They went, no, we've got to start from the beginning again. And if they love us, they'll come to us. And it happened, and they did it, and it was amazing. And it's funny that Bruce Green actually commented on the video, which I think has been deleted, because apparently they're deleting our comments now too. Stop doing this, guys. He said, look, as someone that knows, this is not the way to do it. And I wholeheartedly agree. There is a way to do it. There's not a way to do it. You chose the not way to do it, which again, I'm wondering how you came up with this concept and why you didn't think it would fail as much as it did, unless you wanted it to fail. And that's a whole other conversation altogether. So it is what it is. SourceFedNERD is now this nerd. What are the options? Well, you can stay subscribed if you want. You can check out what they're doing. You can see that they're really trying, and you can support them. Or if you really do feel upset by it, you can leave. But to harp on and to bully the new hosts and to create a vitriolic environment doesn't actually help anyone. I mean, the hosts that were let go are trying to move on. They're trying to do the next thing. The company in itself, we had what we had. Let's look back on that with love and affection. A lot of people are saying they're disheartened knowing that Group 9 will actually reap the monetary benefits of us wanting to get nostalgic and look at all the other content. That sucks, but at the end of the day, that's a business, and that was their acquisition, and that's what they got, and so that's what they get. Other people have downloaded all of the content, so chances are all of this stuff is going to be made available on other networks, so we can fish around and work as a team together to do that. The other thing is, if you do love the talent and if you are supportive of all the people that you used to see on SourceFedNERD, even SourceFed for that matter, go continue to support them. We're all content creators. We are all still creating content. I've actually listed all of our YouTube links in the description, so you can go through and sub it to all of us. We are all trying to do it on our own now, because we're not going to stop. This is what we love doing, and we love that you love what we do as well. So if there are Patreons, so sign up. A little bit goes a long way. We really appreciate all the support that you're giving, and we're all trying to continuously work together. So on that note, I do have some announcements. Geek Bomb has Patreon. I should have done this ages ago. I had so many of you guys say, I would happily pay for this content. And I was like, ha ha ha, I'm humble. Well, I realized just the kind of opportunities that can grow from having an established fan base like this. And the things that I want to do cost money. But I want to bring back the shows that I helped create because they're so cool. And I want to get the people that made them great as well happening. So Dungeons and Dragons, it's my favorite thing, and I'm hoping to bring it back with the money that I'm raising from the Patreon. And I've just had a meeting about it, and it's all looking pretty good. I am giving exclusive information to the Patreons only, so they are privy to conversations and the unfolding events of what's happening. So if you do want to get involved, again, link is in the description. And we've already hit $1,000 in the first 24 hours, so that's fantastic. I know Sam and DJ for Only Stupid Answers has a Patreon as well. Phil DeFranco started up his own one because he's gone independent. We're all doing it on our own now. And I think Hank Green said it best. He actually tweeted about this. Honestly love watching YouTube communities rebel against corporate channel takeovers, but saddened all over again that SourceFed closed down. We are sticking it to the big guy. I think YouTube started because it was like a community-based way to express yourself, and then corporations were like, oh my god, we could have, instead of a television network, an online channel. And SourceFed was one of them. And then we realized that, you know what, we can all create, we're all doing our best, and you can pick and choose who you want to support. That's kind of amazing. I love where we're at the moment. So my takeaway from all of this is, even though it's a shitty situation, even though we're all really, really bummed, my heart broke when I saw that we dipped under 1 million again. You gotta stay positive. You gotta stay happy. I think that we shine a lot of love and support on those that you are stoked to be backing, that you do want to continue to see content from. Tell them that you think they're great. So many of you are doing that. I get the anger here. I understand why everyone's really, really upset. It's like a personal betrayal. I know that feeling. And you do get angry because you're like, but this has been going on for years and you've just literally pulled down your pants and taken a dump on it all. Not cool. But let's try and use that passion, because that's why we're angry and upset, because it's fueled by passion. Let's turn that passion into a positive thing, because obviously anger leads to hate leads to suffering, and we shouldn't be suffering here at all. We should be supportive and positive. And to do that, let's give big shout outs to everyone who you do love and you want to continue to support. And if you do love what I'm doing with Geek Bomb, please put the word out there about Geek Bomb. I do a lot of videos. I do it in my own spare time when I have time. And I'm wanting to give back so much more now that I do have a Patreon open and there is this back scratch situation happening, which is really, really cool. I love giving back as well. So looking forward to some D&D. It's got a new name. That'll be exciting. You'll see some familiar faces. By the way, yes. Hey Maude. Hey my little pineapple. That's exciting. Changes, don't say it. So yeah, that's just me kind of trying to figure this all out as well. But learning and growing from this. It was a shit move, but let's move forward from it all, you know. Thanks for sticking by me though. I really appreciate it. Let's just keep doing the best that we can. Strive for better. That's my motto. This has been Geek Bomb. The bomb has been dropped. Is that a wink? Nope.